Hear what the Bible says. The Bible says, the Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Clearly, the matters that were before the psalmist, David, is actually something that would have brought him to his knees because of fear, because it would have created the impression that it was stronger or in competition with God, and it was a matter that would normally bring distress and fear. I don't want you to think that life is so good that there is nothing that will happen to fear. The specter of illness, the specter of confusion and conflict, the specter of distancing and divorce are always with us. And sometimes just the thought of it drives us into a place where we're willing to do anything to evade any of this happening to us. But hear what the Bible says. The Lord is the light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? And it conveys, guys, it conveys that if God is in the boat, even though if he's asleep, the boat can't sink. It seems to indicate that though we're walking through the valley of the shadow of death, we don't have to fear evil because God is in the midst. And there is this concept that once God is in the midst, we are okay. So I want to let you know, it's not that issues won't come so that it generates its own fear or patterns of fear. It's just that things happen that will bring us to a place where it might lead us to feel anxious and fearful. But God. So this morning, we're at the point where we're but God. We're saying whatever else is happening, with God in the midst, he said, so why not encourage the atmosphere? Why not encourage the attitude? Why not encourage his presence? Because once God is in the midst, we won't have to fear. And yes, we're not going to be afraid. We're not going to be afraid. We're not going, because God is the light of my life. He is the strength of my life. So why are we afraid? We're ready for them. We're ready for them. We're ready to get this thing going because God is in the midst.